Gentlemen, so we'll talk about this is Will Zanders, your compensation fund expert with the Green Organics family of companies. And we are going to talk about tonight the GoDesana March Madness promotion. Then we're going to do a little bit about the GoDesana algorithm and why it generates the money it generates, just so everybody's on the same page about that. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop that in the chat, and we will make sure we answer those questions for you as we go along. Now, everything that we talk about with GoDesana right now, that's going to be the essential oils and personal care division of our companies with the soap and deodorant and all of those amazing essential oils, skincare, hair care, and more coming out all the time. We've even got a new essential oil coming out called Solace. It's a limited edition body oil, like a body lotion for after you shower before bed, which has never been released before. It's only available for 1 month in the Daily Pause kit. And then it goes back into Alexandria's vault forever. And then next month, a new product will come out of the vault with the Daily Pause kit. The Daily Pause kit is over $300 of products for about 120 some bucks. It's the best value in network marketing by far. And I highly recommend that package. Now, if you are at a 100 BV order with GoDesana, let's say you spent 120 some bucks on the Daily Pause kit, you automatically qualify for the March Madness promotion. This is what happens. If you share that particular product kit or any 100 BV order with people, customers or prospects, past, present, or future, all right? But anybody who from the past or anybody, and they get a 100 BV order, you are going to get $30 up front, okay? Plus a matrix payout on the following Monday, all right? Now, for every order that's not 100 BV, you're still going to get paid. You're going to get a 6% matrix payout on Monday. You still get 30% payout. But for 100 BV orders only, you are going to get a $30 payout, and you're going to get a 3% matrix on the 100 BV orders, a 6% for everything else. It's okay. This is why this happens. Only for this month while the promotion is going on does that happen. After the promotion's over, your matrix 3% will go back to 6%, okay? But if you were to sponsor 3 people at 100 CV, 3 people, 1, 2, 3, some of you already got that done today with auto ship. I know, I saw it. You're going to get a $50 bonus on top of the $30, $30, and $30 bonus, okay? So just understand that. You're going to get 30, 30, and 30. You're going to get now I'm pretty sure it's 30 for that, coach. The 50% is on the matrix, but I'll clarify that. But I'm pretty sure that's what, if it's not, that's what it's supposed to be. So I have to call and get that fixed. But here's the point. If you sponsor 3 people at 100 BV, you're getting either $15 to $30 per person. I think it's 30, but if it's not, it will be, we'll get it fixed. But you're going to get a $50 bonus, which is pretty cool. If those 3 people sponsor 3 people apiece, which is not impossible to do, they're all going to get the $50 bonus plus the money we just talked about. But on top of that, you're going to get a $200 bonus. So I want you to just visualize this. There is 1, 2, and 3 people that you sponsored, even if they were in the past, at 100 BV. You got a $50 bonus on top of your fast start commissions and on top of your residuals. No issue there. But if those people were to duplicate because you tell them that that's important, they're going to get a $50 bonus and you get a $200 bonus, all right? So your organization, in theory, is 3 people and then 9 people, all at 100 BV orders. Third level is 27 people on that level. So if your organization goes from 3, 9, and then 27, just 3, 9, and 27, you're going to get paid residual income from all those individuals. Let me keep that very clear. But you're also going to get a $500 bonus because that third level is completed. That is 27 people there. All right. So if you simply were to focus on being at 100 BV, building a team of 3 at 100 BV, and helping people do the same thing once and then twice, you are going to get a $50 bonus, a $200 bonus, a $500 bonus, plus fast starts on all those orders, okay? So you get a percentage of your own orders, but you also get a percentage of those orders as well in the fast start range that's paid out daily. But then on the following Monday, which is tomorrow, you are going to get an additional payout of residual income on Monday for orders that have already been processed that you've already been paid 2, possibly 3 times for. So just understand that conceptually. I think Coach Marcus did the math. It's over 800 some dollars per grid. So if all you wanted to do was focus on finding 3 people who wanted to build the business at 100 BV, do that. And then if you want to, you can show them a screenshot for the 800 some dollars you just made and said, hey, if y'all want to make 800 bucks, let's go to work, get a daily pause kit, hop on the call. I'll teach you how to do the same thing. You can start another grid. Okay. So I'm already on my 2nd or 3rd grid with just people going across. So only one of them's full. The other 2 aren't full yet, but it's the first day of the month. And I'm going to make sure those get full because who doesn't want 800, 800, 800, 800, not counting the big money in GoDesana, which is what we're about to talk about now. Does anybody have any questions about the March Madness proportion? You stack 3 people, you multiply it to 9, you get to 27. It's over $750 in commissions for building a team of, what is that, 30 some people? How many people is that? 39 people. You build a team of 39 people, it's 800 bucks, and that's amazing. So my point is you can duplicate that as much as you want. And again, the $750 does not include fast start, does not include check match, does not include residual income commissions, does not include generational. It includes nothing else in the pay plan. It's very, very, very strong. And I highly recommend you dive all the way into it and get that done. While you're doing that, let's shift and let's talk about the GoDesana algorithm for a few minutes. And all I want you to do to understand that is to get a sheet of paper and you're going to put your name at the top of that paper. And on the side of that paper, you are going to number it 1 through 12. All right, let's get this done quick. All right, I've been on here all night, and I know some of y'all really need to hear this, so I'm going to push through it. When you got a sheet of paper or your computer, however you want to do it, and you got your name at the top of the page, and you write 1 through 12, put a 1 in the chat so I know you're done, so I know we can move on. All right, let me know when you get there. Just put a 1 in the chat when you're there. Awesome. Now, at the top, you're going to write 100 BV next to your name. You're going to write 100 BV next to your name because that's how much your order was. And we know when I say 100 BV, I mean 120 some bucks plus tax and shipping for the daily pause kit that has over $300 in product in it, which is amazing, okay? On that first level, because you got 12 levels now, on that first level, I just want you to write down the number 3. And this is going to represent the 3 people in your group, the 3 out of the thousands of people you know, and everybody they know. This is the 3 people out of 2,000 that decided to join you in the business by purchasing some money-back guaranteed products that are guaranteed to help with their health, okay? So those 3 people in my example are going to be Larice, Rasan, and Jessica, all right? Those are the 3 people, not in real life. I wish I sponsored all these people, but Larice, Rasan, and Jessica, these are the 3 people that I reached out to on Facebook. I reached out to 50 people, but these are the 3 people who said, well, you know what? I want to get some products anyway. I've been wanting to jump into an online opportunity. I got 100 some bucks. My taxes just came in. Let's go to work, bro. Let's do this. All right. So on my first line says 3 people, and those 3 people are Rasan, Jessica, and Larice, and they all spent 100 CV. All right. Now understand, I'm going to get paid X amount from a fast start and from my residuals from that, but I'm also going to get a $50 bonus. All right, so just understand on that level, when you have the number 3, I want you to write times the X, like the X, so the multiplication sign, 100. So on that first level, it says 3x 100. That's on your first level. Don't worry about writing nothing else. Just know in your head, you've already made fast start commissions, residual income on the following Monday, but you're also going to get a $50 March Madness bonus. So you've made, if I had to guess, you probably made close to $100 back anyway, but that's just the first level. Now let's pretend for the purpose of this example that the only people I ever recruited who actually stayed were Larice, Jessica, and Rasan. Everybody else I sponsored quit. I can't keep another person in business to save my life, but I'm an expert at building relationships, and I love Larice. I love Jessica. I love Rasan. They are locked in with me for life, and I'm locked in with them. I'm never quitting the company. They know it. I know it. And we're using our products. We're talking about them every day, how much we love the products. And I'm texting them and checking to see if they're making sure their order came in. If I happen to be in their area, when we go on vacation, we're going to plan it. So our families go to vacations together. We doing axe tournaments together. Like this is my crew forever. Like I'm going to be at their funeral. They're going to be at mine. That's how this goes. These are my best friends for life, and I need you to understand that. These are my people, okay? That is the level that you want to take your relationships to. And that's why I don't sponsor just anybody. They got some people who I'm talking to them on Facebook, and as I'm getting the conversations, as I'm understanding their core values, I'm going, I don't really want to work with you. I know you want to join. I don't really think this is going to be a lifelong friendship like I want it all. I just don't. And I'm not going to tell him that, but I'm probably going to try not to recruit that person. Like, all right, I'm going to, just, okay, I got to run, that type of thing. Because this is the level you want your relationships at, okay? That's the secret to network marketing success, by the way. Relationships is everything. Relationships is everything. It's everything, okay? Now, let's say that I never sponsor another person ever in life and everybody else I sponsor quit, but Rasan, Jessica, and Larice, we are locked in, okay? Locked in. My only job is to help them do what I've already done, which is help them recruit their best free friends or business partners or prospects. Help them recruit everybody they can, but we need to identify 3 that are become their best friends over time. All right, that's how that goes. Okay. When they do that, which they will, because I'm teaching them and I've already done it, their job is done. I don't care if they talk to 600 people, 50 say they're going to join, 25 join, and 22 quit. I don't care because the job is complete. My second level, your second level, next to number 2, now you are going to write a 9. You're going to write a 9 times 100 because Larice, Rasan, and Jessica sponsored their 3 people. It took them a month, but they did it. So in month 1, your organization was 3 people at 100 BV. In month 2, you had those original 3 people purchase orders, but in that second month, you had 9 new people join your group, and you didn't sponsor any of them. It was Jessica, Larice, and Rasan, and they learned from me. I taught them how to recruit, taught them everything they need to know, all the books they need to read, the videos, they recruit, everything they need to know about the product kit. And so your organization in that second month grew by 9 people. So next to number 2, I want you to write 9 times 100. Okay. Now also, you're going to get a $200 bonus. I got a funny feeling if enough people make money with it, the March Madness promotion will continue indefinitely. If enough people don't make money with it, it'll go away at the end of the month. And the fast start and the residuals will jump back up for the 100 BV orders, okay? So don't worry about it. Which means technically 90 BV orders are paying you more than 100 BV orders, if not for the bonus program. That's how I know it's a lot of money getting paid out. But if people aren't making enough money with March Madness, I promise you it's going away and things will go back to as used to. But we're not even going to count the bonuses for this example. I'm just letting you know in these first 3 levels, that's where you would see the 50, the 200, and the 500. You would see that there. That's where that would be. All right. So now your organization just grew by 9 people in month 2. So that would be April. Now, Larice, Rasan, and Jessica are done recruiting. They forgot how to recruit. They have no idea how to recruit. And guess what? If they did it right, they don't have to do it again. Because in month 3, your organization is going to grow by 27 new people. But here's my question. Out of those 27 new people that joined, how many of those new 27 people did you recruit? Put in the chat. How many people of those 27 did you recruit? Answer is 0. Lynn said 0. Okay, Greta said 0. Margie got caught up. Margie said 3. No. You recruited the original 3. You didn't recruit any of the 9, and you didn't recruit any of the 27. You recruited 0 of those new people, but because you taught your people, the relationships are so close that you teach people how to teach people how to teach people. All right? You need to understand that your organization grew by 27 people. So in the month of May, which is month 3, I want you to write down 27 times 100. All right. Now, the next numbers I want you to write down next to the 4 is going to be an 81, a 243, and a 729. Okay. Now, let me know when you've done 27, 81, 243, and 729. I want you to just put a 1 in the chat when you're done writing those numbers down, and then I'm going to ask you a question. All right. Put a 1 in the chat when you've written those numbers down. And those numbers are simply the number of new people joining your group. Now, when your group gets up to 27 people, 30 people total, you're going to need either a Telegram chat or a group chat on the cell phone or a Facebook Messenger chat when your group gets to about 20 people. When your group gets to 50 to 100 people for sure, you are going to need your own Facebook group. Okay, you create the Facebook group, and everybody else knows when a new person joins, they plug them into the Facebook group. Why is that important? Because you've done the most. You, Larice, Rasan, and Jessica, and y'all are going to be the moderators for that group, the four of you, when your group's over 100 people. And you're in charge of content. You're in charge of answering questions. The four of you are in charge of posting when the calls are and letting people know it's the last day of the month. Let's get these orders in, get the auto ship set up, all that type of stuff. All right. After you get to month 6, your organization will be 729 people. Now, here's my question for you. What month is month 6? That's the first question. Put that in the chat. What's the name of the month in month 6? What's the name of the month when in month 6? Let's see who's following along properly on paper. If we started off in March, okay, April, May, June, July, and August. Thank you, Jessica. August is month 6. So if August is month 6, how many people, okay, what's month, right, August month 6. So here's my question. What is month 7 and how many people join your team in month 7? Let's see who figures it out first. What's month 7? That's obvious. How many people join your team in month 7? Let's see. Okay. Yep, Shauna, Dallas, I love that. Let's see it. What is month 7 and how many people joined your team in month 7? 2,000. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Appreciate that. 2,187 people in September. Thank you, Mary. So if you got 2,187 people in the month of September, here's my question for you. What is their number one job? Those 2,187 people join your team in December. They're relatively new. They're all getting added to the Facebook group because their sponsors know to add them to the Facebook group. What is the number one job? There's just a couple things they need to do. What's the number one thing those 2,187 people need to do in September? Lynn said learn. Yes, they're learning primarily. They're learning how to recruit. They're also learning about their products by using the products. Thank you, Miriam. That's it. So they're learning. They're learning about the products by using the products and why does this product make my skin so soft? What's the ingredients in this? Okay. They're learning. They're reading books. They're watching videos using products. They're watching the new banners come in as other people hit rank advancements. They're learning the back office. Jessica just said they're clicking on 3 links a day. They're learning about you. You're learning about them. They're learning who the upline support team is. They're learning about their sponsors. Their sponsors is, again, you are not going to probably sponsor 2,187 people, but you could sponsor 3. You could do $300 in sales and sponsor 3 people. You can do that, okay? So just understand, in that next month, which is October, that is when your team is going to see some phenomenal growth. We know October is month 8, which is really, really cool because Octo means 8. Oh, wait, we actually accidentally did this on the actual original lunar calendar before the Roman emperor, whatever his name is, messed it up and made January the first month of the year, which it's not. It's actually March. A lot of people don't know that. So because March is technically the first month of the year, March is the first month of the year, October is the 8th month in the original calendar before the Romans changed it, before the Gregorian calendar came about. Just a quick history fact. This is why October means 8, like octopus or an octave, okay? So if it's whatever the 8th month in September means 7. Really think about that. It means 7. I thought it was too, Clarence, but it's actually like this. So October is the 8th month. And then if you think about it, December is the 10th month, December, DEC, from the Latin deca, and understand a decaliter. That's 10. If you understand not just a decaliter, but a decathlon, that's 10 events, okay? December was originally the 10th month way back in the day, and October was the 8th month, like 8 arms, but the April 1st part, I feel like April Fool should be March 1st, but, whatever. All right, enough of the history lesson. So if October is the 8th month, and you had 2,187 people in your team that month, how many new people, and please write these numbers down, they're very important in a second. How many people joined your team in the month of August? That's right, 65, 61, okay? Now let's keep going just a little bit. We're not gonna go too far. Let's do one more month and then we're gonna do some math. So 65, 61 is gonna be the 9th month. That's November. We'll go all the way to December. How many people joined your team? Should be like 19,000 something, 83, something like that. How many new people joined your team? 19,683. Thank you, Chris Jackson. 19,683. That's 9 months. And we'll do the last month. We'll do December. We'll do Christmas. And then we'll take a break. So let's do one more month, which is very, very possible. 19,683 times 3 is, and that's going to be December. And we'll stop there. All right. Ooh, that's a nice one. 59,049. Now we're going to stop there. The reason we're going to stop there is because the math gets outlandish after a while. And let's pretend that we really don't build this business for a year. We just build it for 10 months and then we take a checkup from the neck up and you take a break. But you do really build the business as big as you can for 10 months. I want you to understand this is the numbers that your team is going to be. So let's do some math. I'm going to do it alongside you. Okay, and make sure that we come up at the right number. And then we're just going to talk about the GoDesana algorithm and how it's going to cut you a check. Okay, so if your first month, 3 people joined your team, the second month, 9 people joined your team. So we add 3 plus 9. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and add 27. Then we're going to add 81. I'm doing it on the calculator right there. Nothing complicated about this. Then we're going to add 243. Then we're going to add 729. Then we're going to add 2,187. Then we're going to add 6561. Then we're going to add 19,683. And then last but least, the 10th month, Christmas 2026, we are going to add 59,049. That total should be 88,572 people. Now, I myself have built teams of over 100,000 people, which is why I've made millions of dollars in network marketing. My HBN team is over 100,000 people. So I know that this number is very, very possible, but we haven't been at GoDesana as long as we've been at HBN. And just so you know, we didn't have systems like this laid out when GoDesana first started. I know Coach Marcus was there, some other coaches were there. It was way different. The pay plan was different. The products are different. The payouts were different. The matrix was everything was different. So this is how it is now, and this is how it's going to be. But 88,572 people. Write that down. All right. Put a 1 in the chat once you have 88,572 written down. That is the size of your GoDesana team. If you were to simply grow it by 3, just grow it in 3s on a monthly basis, and remember, you only got to recruit 3 people and never recruit anybody again. You can always help other people, okay? Teach other people, work in depth in your group. And also, you got 30 days when you join, you got 30 days to learn everything you need to learn on how to recruit. Well, I don't know how to recruit anybody. Good, you got 30 days to learn and you're learning from people who've already done it because they sponsored you, okay? So when Rasan, Jessica, and Larice sponsor their 3 people, okay? Larice, Rasan, and Jessica know how to recruit 3 people because they did it already. So they're going to teach their 3 people how to do the same thing they did the way they did it. You see, you got to teach people the way to do things that works, and the way that you do it works, whatever it is, because it worked on them. So they have to learn that from you, all right? So we got 88,572 people. What was the average order amount for those individuals? Not a trick question. Not a trick question. What's the average order amount? Real quick. Y'all know it. Y'all know 100. Thank you. Just 100. Okay. So multiply that times 100. All right. Multiply that times 100. Right. Roz, Coach Charlotte. Yes. So when you multiply that times 100, you're going to get a nice number. This is not your check, by the way. It's just a number. The number is 8,857,200. Does everybody have that number? Put a yes in the chat if you have 8,857,200 in your phone. If you have that number, put yes. I need at least 3 more yeses. I need to make sure that people are not making mistakes in the math and making sure they're all on the same page, all right? So in the month of December, the GoDesana algorithm is going to do one thing once it sees that number. Who wants to take a guess at what it's going to do? Not Coach Marcus. What is the GoDesana algorithm going to do with that number in December? It's going to do what? It's going to multiply it. That's going to multiply it times what? All right. It's going to multiply it times 0.06. All right. That's what it's going to do. So thank you. There it is, Missy Mac. You got it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 8,857,200 and you're going to multiply it times 0.06. And that is your check in the month of December. 6% doesn't sound like a lot of money. 3% doesn't sound like a lot of money until you understand that you would rather a little of a lot than a lot of a little. That's network marketing right there for you. We would rather a little of a lot than a lot of a little. Okay? So that check in the month of December, hypothetically speaking, would be $531,432, which is phenomenal. All right, phenomenal. $500,000 a month is phenomenal. Even if you failed miserably and only completed 50% of the work you were supposed to do, but you still sponsored 3 people, the check is still about $250,000 a month. And that's not including check match. Whoa, that's not including Unilevel. Whoa, that's not including Fast Start or Generational Fast Start, which you get that too. That's crazy. So my point is, with GoDesana, even if it's not a binary, because binaries, you got to build one leg and then the other leg. In GoDesana, if you just built one leg of business that's really big and the other 2 legs are bad, you'll still get 6% of that. So if you have a leg that's doing $1 million in volume, not 8 million, but 1 million, you multiply that times 0.06, that's still 60,000 a month, not including all of the bonuses. It's a very, very forgiving pay plan. It's a very simple pay plan. And this is all you need to learn about the core of the GoDesana pay plan. If you are at any amount above 10 BV, much less 100 BV, you simply take the total amount of group volume, total amount of people in your group, the average sale, and you get that number. In this case, it was over 8 million, and you multiply it times 0.06, and that's your check. But Will, my volume is going on past level 13 and 14. Yes, I understand. This is why we have a generational check match. And then another tip, I'll give you 2 tips that I didn't tell you. If you got 3 people, you're earning off all 12 levels, which is amazing. But if you want to go sponsor another 12 people, even if they're not 100 CV, even after just at our email series, our personal development digital product series, the Feel Good, Do Good, Be Good emails at $9.95. If you got 3 people at 100 and 9 people at $9.95 with our digital product, you're still going to be a diamond. And that's going to increase your money significantly. So your core always needs to be 3 people at 100. But as far as the other 12, they can be what you want them to be. But as they're making money, they will probably buy more products, and some of them will end up at 100. Last thing I'll tell you, remember the number we had with 88,000, was it 88,572? Okay. Remember that number, 88,572. Here's a little GoDesana hack a lot of people don't know, because a lot of people they don't believe that they can make $500,000 a month. They've never made $100,000, never made $1 million. They don't know what that's like. And maybe they're still dealing with some subconscious limiting beliefs about money. You got to make that amount of money feel normal. And you can do audios, you can do personal development, you can come to events with people who made millions of dollars. And over time, it will help you normalize that amount of money to the point where when you see $500,000, you don't get crazy about it. You're like, that's really nice. I really like that. But I'm not going, it's not that crazy. You know what I mean? You have to get to a point where in your brain that feels normal to you, even if you don't have it yet. That's just it's a manifestation happen. You got to feel normal about it. Now, here's the thing. Take that number, 88,572, and let's just pretend, let's imagine for 1 second that you are the worst network marketer in the history of the world. You couldn't recruit somebody at 100 CV out of a wet paper bag. You just can't do it. You're the worst. Now, I know you're not because you're on this call, but let's say you were. And you still built the team 3 by 3, but instead of $100, nobody wanted to join you at 100, but everybody would join you at 10. They join you at $9.95, which is 10 BV here. Imagine building the same organization, but it's only 10 BV. So you still get to 88,572 people by Christmas, and then you go ahead and multiply that by 10. That is going to be 885,720. So if you were to decide to build this GoDesana business with a $10 bill, not 100, but a 10. I don't know why you want to do that, but you could. You build it at a 10. That's 885,720 in volume. Please write that down. $885,720 in volume going through your organization on a monthly basis as of December. What are you going to do? What is the GoDesana algorithm going to do to that? What is the GoDesana algorithm going to do to cut you a check in December? It's going to take 885,720 and it's going to multiply it, right, times 0.06, and that's going to get you a check of $53,143. All right, 53,000. All right, it's going to still get you to 6% because you got 3 people. So it's going to get you to 6%, not a 3%. You still got 3 people, even if they're at 10 BV, you're going to get your full 6%. That's a $53,000 check. So no matter how you want to cut it with GoDesana, it's the best, simplest pay plan to figure out in the industry. If you join at $10 and you want to build it, or you join at 100 BV and you want to build it, it's really taking about the total number of team size that you build within those 12 levels. You multiply it times the average order, which is typically the 10 or 50 or 100, and then you take 6% of that, and that is your check on a monthly basis. And you use the Facebook group or even the school community or some group where you have access to all those hundreds of thousands of people, and you're making sure that you're updating them on new products, you're updating them on when the calls are, you're telling them when the events are, when the incentive programs come out. You're really doing a job of coaching, teaching, and working in depth and identifying leadership and rewarding them and recognizing them and things of that nature. But how many people know an easier way to make $53,000 a month or even $500,000 a month other than GoDesana? I can tell you it doesn't exist. But if there was, we'd be teaching you about it, all right? So that's all we'll cover tonight. That brings us to about 2 hours. We will cover HBN on the next time we do it. But time purposes tonight, we gave you a lot of great information. That's the GoDesana March Madness program. That's the GoDesana Matrix payout. And how many people know that Matrix pays out tomorrow, which is Monday? I'm pretty excited about that. Can't wait to see all those auto ships, the extra auto ships go through. Can't wait to see the Matrix payouts and check matches for everybody. We want to see it. I predict for some of you, not all, but some of you who are serious, March will be the biggest financial month for you in green organics because all these incentives are all over the place. And I will actually be in Atlanta in about 2 weeks to do a podcast, but also I'll be in Atlanta to do I'll answer that question in a second, but I'll also be in Atlanta to do a meeting with Coach Charlotte, Tiara Moore, and many others the weekend of March 15th. I think on that Sunday it is, and we're going to be talking about all of this stuff and more and answer all your questions. So if you're within 2 to 3 hours at the most of Atlanta, I would definitely show up to that meeting. Anything longer than that, we'll just catch you in Dallas in August. All right, let me answer any questions in the chat. Since we are at 100 BV, do you still get 100? You still get 6% for the matrix, no matter the order placed. No, you get 6% for all orders up to 100 BV, but just for this month, orders that are over 100 BV, we're going to get 3 for those, but you get 3% for those, from what I understand. But you get the March Madness payouts, which is actually more than what that is, or else we never would have agreed to that. So it's super big. And we're going to look at the end of the month and see how people like the money. If the money in the March Madness promotion is better than what people were getting on orders at 100 and above, then we will stick with the March Madness promotion. If not, then I'm pretty sure the March Madness promotion goes away. It does not become a permanent part of the program. And it just becomes, Coach Margaret said, any orders from 1 to 99, which is most orders, those pay 6%. So it's super strong. I'm super excited about it. And we will see how the numbers look at the end of the month. But for people who are builders, who are the only people who are getting people at 100 BV anyway, to see the value in these products and make it work, there should be a significant increase in income for builders. But we'll find out. We'll find out shortly at the end of the month. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Coach Marcus. We can get these videos posted, and we will see y'all on the next one. It's been a long night. We will see y'all tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, Testimonial Mondays. That's always a blast. And y'all have a good night.